Hello, how are you? Australia, America, guess where I have landed? Oh my God, I am here in Salem. Where am I?
In the magical place of Salem, the historical place of Salem, and above all, the loving place of Salem.
Yes, it's full of love here, it's full of magic, and we are actually in Bruno's beautiful shop down here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's 63A, is that right?
63R, like the initial R for roses.
63R.
On Wharf Street, in the Pickering Wharf in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, how beautiful.
And Pickering Wharf is a wonderful place. It has not just magic shops, wonderful restaurants. Watch your calories. And
it's a very good message.
Nice shops where you can buy pretty clothing, and also vintage clothing and antiques too. It's a beautiful place, Pickering Wharf, and I love it. You can see the sea and the ship in the harbor called the Friendship. It looks like a big old pirate ship. And sometimes I envision myself taking it out and going.
It does. It looks so magical.
Yes, it is magical.
It really does. And if we walk through here a little bit, and if you come with me, tell me about the word Magicka as well. You've called your shop Magicka. What does that mean?
The word magi is the oldest form of the magical principles on this earth. As you know, the magi, the three magi, they came from Sumeria, and they were astronomers, astrologers, and they found the Christ child, supposedly. Okay, but the word magi means those who are the practitioners of a sacred art of magic, and that believe that the only magic there is love. And if you have that love in your heart, your magic will work and go far into any place in the cosmos for you. The Ka, which M-A-G-I, but then we have a Ka at the end. The Ka means the soul. And why was it called Magicka? Because it is the soul of the Magi. And without the soul, there is nothing. Without the heart, there's nothing. And in ancient Egypt, they left the only organ in the body was the heart, because it was the seat of the soul. So Magicka is the shop where that magic will never stop.
We've seen a lot of magic, I must say, since we've been here in this shop. A lot of energy, a lot of people just coming in. We had a lady before who just happened to be inspired to start writing, who wasn't a writer, she never trained, and she's giving us books. And there's just a lot of energy, ladies walking in with their beautiful dogs, and it's just been absolutely gorgeous. We just wanted to give a shout out to Jackie, who's also full of magic. If you come to Magicka, and we'll just shoot across over here, so we'll just walk with you, and we'll bring beautiful Laurie with us as well, so she can show us our beautiful space here. But if you do come down here and you want to purchase some herbs or some crystals or oils or potions, there's so much you've got here. You probably will catch Jackie. She's busy here. She's always working away. Say hi to Australia and America. Australia. Hi, America. She's absolutely gorgeous, and there's lots of other readers. I believe you have. How many readers would you have here?
We have Richard. We have John. We have my son Anthony Bruno. And we have Vlad. Of course, Jackie is an excellent reader. We have very many good people here. And we only want people that have a heart and care for people and don't use flim-flam.
Yeah.
And the minute I start seeing somebody say, oh, you're cursed, you have to pay me for taking her out the door you go and never return again.
Yeah.
I won't deal with that. We also have bottles here which are made by a lady by the name of Charlotte. Charlotte makes these bottles, and they have many of the faces, including saints on them, as well as God and goddesses. And they are bottles that you put things in to make your magic work. And they have a little spell that comes with them. Charlotte has made all these by hand. And they are made at the right time during the new moon and full moon to imbue magical energy.
That is absolutely beautiful.
And
how long
prosperity.
Which is very important.
Yeah.
How long have you stocked them?
Oh, since we've opened.
Yeah.
We opened on October, the 10th month, the 11th day, and the 12th year. We opened in the year of the dragon.
And I happen to know a little something about that in you.
Of a dragon. I bought 1940, the year of the metal dragon. My daughter is a dragon too. Wood. So we got a lot of dragons in my family.
That's beautiful. I'm an earth rooster, so an earth
That's
rooster
all right,
and
we
a
get
metal
along.
dragon. Do we get along?
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Very well.
And a Taurus sun sign, I believe. You're a
Taurus,
Taurus.
yes,
Yeah,
Taurus.
you're a Taurian.
Sagittarius, rising moon in Capricorn. Keep everything moving.
That you do. You
Everything
absolutely
moving.
do. Speaking of
And
moving,
Gemini
we're going
in
to
me
move
too.
down. Which is
Venus and
beautiful.
Mars, Gemini.
It's
Gemini.
absolutely gorgeous. We'll show you the backdrop here. We've got lots of books here.
Oh, yeah.
We've got gorgeous array of just everything in here, and it feels very, I must say, we've been in a lot of shops here, and this is a very personal experience. I feel here there's a lot of personal belongings,
Yes.
I believe, that you've brought
Yes,
in
there
from
are.
your
Yes.
home,
Yes.
and it feels it doesn't feel materialistic, it doesn't feel commercial here, it feels very real and very beautiful. We might just walk down to
There's also a book here.
yeah,
That was written by Dr. Leo Louis Martello. As you know, I am Stragaria. I am part of the Italian craft. This book was Weird Ways of Witchcraft. Leo wrote many, many books, okay? But this is the one that we carry now. The others will be published, and the other ones are very, very knowledgeable. And Witchcraft, the Old Religion, How to Prevent Psychic Blackmail, it's in the cards. All of these books, they were Leo's. And there's my poetry in here too.
beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And a lot of Strega, you know, I find this very, very passionate. So what
Yes.
would you say, what would you like to share about your line, about your tradition?
My line of craft comes from priesthood. And we were on Mount Etna, and we started long before even the Greeks populated that. My family were python priests and priestesses. Many of you don't understand it, some maybe will, but the python is sacred to Apollo. They were healers and also dream interpreters. And when they did the dream interpreting, people would come from all over the Mediterranean. They lived right on the slopes of Mount Etna, not too far from the Temple of Adranus and the Polizzi twins. There's a temple there that was dedicated to justice. The Python priesthood and priestesshood were dedicated to justice. The family tradition comes all the way back from them, and we've managed to stay alive right under the nose of the Inquisitors. Unfortunately, one of my ancestors, two of them, one was Donna Marietta, who in the 1340s was healing people from bubonic plague. They burned her alive because she had the books of the infidel. Who were the infidel? The Arabic people, the Arabic doctors, and which I'm descended from on my grandmother's side of the family too. We have Islamic blood in our family. Also, Giordano Bruno, who was put to death February 17, 1600 on the Campo de Fiore in Rome. And Giordano Bruno was a philosopher who said the earth went around the sun. Many strange things. It's proven today. That there are a multiplicity of universes. And now if you look at many of the shows on TV, especially Ancient Aliens, you're going to start to say there are different solar systems. They're finding this out. And back in the 1960s, I worked at NASA in the Marshall Space Flight Center in Huntsville, Alabama. I got to know Dr. Werner Rembrandt. I was a little girl, like 20 years old, many years ago. I'm not afraid of my age, because age means nothing to me, it's a number.
That's right.
And I worked there on Cape Kennedy, and we did see outer space. And what my ancestor said, man will walk on the face of Luna, I saw it. So understand, this skin is my skin now, but it's also my ancestor's skin. And my ancestor has seen through the eyes of a 21st century, 20 and 21st century woman. His prophecy came out. Do I have any unhappiness towards Rome? No. They were misguided. Do I forgive them? If they can forgive themselves. As I said to a priest many years ago, if you were truly of the Christ, you would not have done it in the first place. He was love. Christ was love. You can even see the Sacred Heart. He says, love. As I said, Magicka, the heart.
Yes.
And the only religion he ever spoke of wasn't isms. It was love thy neighbor as thyself. Am I against Christ? Never.
Yeah.
Never. No witch is against Christ. No true witch.
That's right.
People who have axes to grind, made up axes or whatever, they will be against Christ or against any of the light forces that are there. Truth is light. And that if we follow it, we will be most bright.
Yes.
And I know you do, sweetheart. That's why you're in the shop. Because no, you have the light. You will carry it many places in many years. You got a long time ago. A long time
Yes.
and now, long time ago, and now forward to this time.
Forward to this time, and it's all about light, it's all about love, it's all about sharing. And it's beautiful. And I wanted to share, there's a couple of things in this beautiful space. I could talk to you for, we should make a show.
Thousands of years. You never know, it might happen in the future.
That's absolutely right. There's just a couple of things here that Jackie was telling me about that nobody else stocks, I believe. There's beautiful besoms that have been imported from England, and you're the only place that stocks them.
This besom is known as the Nash broom. The Nash brooms that I asked her to please make has a hazel staff with silver willow. Around it is iron. This is a most protected besom. It is sacred. The besom that has the hazel is the most ancient wand. It is sacred to Mercury. Many years ago they used to hang 2 ribbons from it. Today the caduceus of Mercury has the 2 serpents.
Yes.
That's what it was. And if you turn this broom upside down, like with the stick on the floor, and you put the bristles up, I always put $1 in it and leave it by my door for prosperity.
For prosperity.
And once a month you go around the house and you clean the house with it. You go in the air and you open the door, say negativity out. Begone light. I only want the light. And you open the door and let the light in. And that's the way it is.
They're absolutely beautiful, and it's beautiful to know, and I think it's important to know where they come from and what's actually in
England. Nash broom in England. Susan Nash makes them, and we are the only shop in America that carries them.
The only shop in America, so not just Salem, the only shop in America. So if you want a Nash broom,
yeah. And it was in the Harry Potter movie, the Nash brooms.
There you go. Isn't that gorgeous to know?
She's a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman, Sue Nash.
It's absolutely beautiful. And you've also got, we've got some beautiful candles here, but I wanted to focus on, if I just come over here, if we can slowly make our way over here. Patricia Cornwell's books are here. And I believe there's a bit of a story about Laurie and these books and the fact that she's in these books. What would you like to tell everybody about this?
I know Patricia Cornwell. She's like a daughter of my heart. Both she and her wife, Dr. Stacy Gruber, are like daughters of my heart. This is the second book. The first book was At Risk. At Risk deals with Win Garano, who is a detective in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And Win's grandmother, it's biracial, Win's grandmother has psychic ability. And she's called Nana. That's my other name, Nana. And Nana is full of mischief, full of truths, and she fights for justice. So Nana, on Patricia Cornwell's website, is Laurie Bruno of Salem, Massachusetts. I understand it is an honor for me to be associated with Patricia Cornwell and Dr. Stacy Gruber because they have given so much to humanity. She recently sold her Americana vehicle, that Italian vehicle she had, for the troops in Iraq. Gave it to everything. They had an auction of it on television, and all the money went to the Iraqi soldiers who came back. And that is the biggest heart of all, okay? And you see all these things, and you wonder, here's a great woman. Here's somebody that cares. And for the little people, and the many things that she's done for little people. It's not just about Patricia Cornwell, the best times writer, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's about Patricia Cornwell, humanitarian and human being. Yes, she's a member of the light force that we have out there that make a difference in this universe. So that's why I am honored by even being associated with her.
I noticed that a lot with you, Laurie, as well. You very much support those that are supporting others, those that are loving others, those that share, that hold the truth. It's not just, we'll stock this because it looks pretty or it sells well. There has to be a message behind everything that's here. I've noticed that in Magicka. And these are gorgeous.
Her last book was Dust. Now the new one that she has out, will be out November the 11th, is called Flesh and Blood. And that's a good one too. I know. Psychically, yes, but also a good part of it. It's excellent.
And as with regards to psychically, Laurie, what are you still reading at the moment? If
yes.
people would like to have a reading, can they come down here and
Yes,
see you?
yes, they can.
Is there a bit of a waiting list to see you? You're quite popular in town.
I make time for people. You know, it's a funny thing that I have in my head. I've been known to work at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. And when I lived in Boston, that was, people used to come to my house, and there were a lot of working girls who would work at night, and I would do their readings. And I knew they'd sometime be hungry, and I'd always have some food ready for them. And you know, it was like, I always kept my home, I never had a shop. I always kept my home open with the heart for many years. I've been reading 55 plus years. And this shop, I made this half the retail. That half looks like my home. And I wanted it to be like that. There's the altars in there. There's the reading space, and that's where I teach too. And all of these things are there. Yeah. And this is why I want this to be a place of light. And I believe people, you know, people come in the shop, I'll get back and say, hey, look, I want to give this. Like a child comes in, and they're looking at the stones and everything, and I know maybe Mama and Papa don't have enough to... I get that little psychic ride, take the stone, I'll pay for that in my own pocket. Because that's the way it is. In order to live, you have to give, and in order to give, you have to live. There's no two ways about it. A lot of people, they act miserable in life, and that's what I call, in Italian, miserabile. You know what that means? Miserly and able.
Mm. Yeah.
When you hide your food, you eat alone, you die alone.
That's right. Absolutely.
And if you understand that, you'll never, never, never be without it.
That's so true.
I may not die a millionaire, but I'll have happiness. To know you've let one person breathe. I always say this, a little easier because you've been here.
Yes.
You are a success in this world.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And so many people have felt your light and been touched with your great generosity and your heart.
I'll never change.
It's beautiful.
I'll
It's
never
been
change.
lovely to spend time with you. And
you.
Thank you very much.
I do my little spell for thee, that all good things shall be.
Thank you.
For all of you, my heart is with you. Do well, portray the craft with all your heart, with all your might and power in each magical hour.
We're going to start singing again.
We will.
We've been singing and writing poetry together
all day,
and it's just been
all
gorgeous.
day, all day, all day.
It's been fabulous. Any messages for Australia that you have for the Australian pagans and witches and perhaps the Strady priestesses over there?
Keep the light, no matter what. Never be afraid. Never hide behind a computer. Never be a keyboard warrior. If you have something to say, by God, Goddess, you say it to the person's face. Don't go behind them, because sooner or later you will be the disgrace. Always bring things true in all you do, and your magic and all your spells will work for you. Blessed be between thee and me, now through all eternity, with much love, from the gods of light